Good afternoon. It's Saturday, the 19th of January, and the entire country is looking at the results from South Carolina and Nevada. Today, the Republicans are holding their primary in their first southern state, Democrats next week. There's an awful lot of interest and debate about these primaries, and I think that the story is best told as they interviewed voters coming out of the booths in New Hampshire. They went up to a whole series of Democrats and said, "Who did you vote for?" And almost to the person, those Democrats said, it was really hard for me to choose because I like them all. And then they interviewed all the Republicans, and they got the same answer. It was really hard for me to choose because I don't like any of them. Well, that's really the story that we're headed into, not only on February 5th, when New York and many of the other major states, of course I'm a New Yorker, vote, but also into the conventions. Democrats are excited and unified and bringing with them huge numbers of independent voters from many different parties. Republicans are foundering because they have not yet and will not find their voice. As we see the economy rising to the top of the issue that people are talking about in the polls, let us not forget that it's been the failed economic policies of borrow and spend, rack up huge deficits and increase debt to our children from this administration and their rubber stamp lookalikes in Congress that have brought us perilously close to tipping into a depression. The story over the next 90 days is not going to be about can we stay out of a recession, but will it get worse? And you don't have to have a PhD in economics to understand this. All you have to do is manage your family's checkbook. You, like I, like every working American, understand what happens when the price of gasoline at the pump doubles over the course of a year to 18 months under the failed leadership of George Bush and his rubber stamps in Congress. We need to have a veto-proof majority to do what needs to be done in Congress to be able to prevent spiraling economic downturns and the loss of millions of more jobs for working Americans. We need fair trade and not free trade. We need a real foreign policy that brings our troops home and stops the economic and physical bleeding that is that disastrous, failed foreign policy. Check in from time to time. We'll be posting updates about where we need to go and what we need to change. It is an exciting time in American political history, and with your help, we can do the work that has to be done. Thanks, and looking forward to seeing you next time.